Yeah.
Well, we're taking a survey on our campus to see how much debt the students have.
Okay.
And here's some debt in a bucket, and each scoop represents $10,000. So
Ooh, cool.
give us some
Alright.
time.
Let's take some debt. I'm gonna go with credit card.
Credit card debt.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. I just got a new credit card, so I don't know how to pay it off.
yeah,
I don't know what to do with it.
other people
pretty
also
much.
can't pay it off.
Yeah, a lot of people have loans. That's a tough one.
Yeah.
A lot of people. Yeah.
Well, we also have, if you'd like to come with me here, we have another part of our survey.
Okay.
And we're asking students, how much hope do they have to pay off their debt? So 10 being like the most hope, and like, and you're totally gonna pay off your debt, and 1 being like,
No.
no hope.
Okay.
You know, good. Stickers, as you ponder.
Okay. I guess I'll put it on 9.
That's pretty high number. Why 9?
Because I really hope I'll pay it off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, before it gets too much, I should, hopefully, I don't know, my mom can help me or something. I don't know.
Yeah, and that's it. People to help.
Yeah.
So, as you can see, a lot of people, like,
Yeah.
they chose, like, the high hopes. Would you like to hear a story about someone who doesn't have as much hope as, like, maybe me and you do?
Okay.
Okay. Well, if you like to walk here, this is the story of Kumar, and I'll give you a moment to just read it.
Okay. Wow.
And so, what do you think?
A lot of debt, and it's not even his, I guess, right? Incurred by a relative. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not even his debt, and he has to work to pay it off.
Yeah. What do you think he?
Have any hope?
Yeah, like he put like a 1 on that
0.
hope.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you know that like forced child labor was still a problem?
Maybe in like a different country or something, but not really here, not in New York or America, not much.
Well, it still does happen in America, and it's a problem. And we all know it's a problem. Like the world's messed up because it's like slavery. Do you think there's like a possible solution to it?
Yeah, I mean there should be, or has to be. I have no idea.
Yeah. Well, obviously the world's messed up. Like when you get kids to work to pay off a debt that's not even his. Why do you think the world's like this?
Because there's corruption, or there's bad things that, people don't care, how they get the work done, so they just do it by whatever means they can, and unfortunately it's like this.
Yeah. It's definitely corruption.
Yeah.
Do you think there's like a way to solve this problem of like corruption and child labor?
There could be. I mean, there's a lot of like organizations and like humanitarian things out there that, say that they're doing this stuff, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess one of them helps in this area as well.
Yeah, humanitarian, they
yeah.
definitely help.
Yeah.
Well, we believe that forced child labor is a spiritual problem, and do you have a minute so that we can share why we believe that the world's like this and what a possible solution is?
Yeah, sure.
All right. Well, if you'd like to walk with me here.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. I mean, that's tough.
Yeah, and so what do you think about it?
I don't even know how to make 100 of these. I have to make 100 of these. And I have to wake up at 6:30 a.m. every day and work 7 days a week. That would be like illegal in America.
Yeah, well, it's definitely here in America as well, like labor.
Really?
Yeah. Are you aware that this is still a problem?
I thought it ended with slavery, to be honest. I thought that the Africans in the 1800s, that was like the last bit of slavery in the world. I didn't know it.
Well, so like I said, this is still happening in the world today. So my question is, why do you think the world is like this?
Okay, so probably some guy wants to, he needs a lot of bricks, so he's probably building a house or something, and he doesn't have, or like the workers who are normally supposed to build a house, like it's too expensive, so they enslave like children like Kumar, And that's what they do. I think people like, they're greedy and they like building big monuments for themselves. Like people want money, people want to be recognized, and they oppress other people to do it.
Do you think it's right?
No. It's like cheating.
Yeah, I mean, it's terrible to have kids in this position doing that for just because he wants, I don't know, be it a house or whatever it is. So, but do you think there's a possible solution to this to help Kumar out and other kids like him?
Yeah, I think so. I think in India, I think there's not that much, like there could be more education. I think education solves a lot of things. I feel like if you teach them like skills, vocational skills, they could start up small businesses and they wouldn't have to be enslaved like this, you know, because of the small debt. Like they could just pay off the debt because they have like the skills from like high school or college to pay that off.
Mm-hmm.
So I think education, like I want to be a teacher, like I think education has a lot to do in the world, like for good.
Yeah, definitely. I think I totally agree with you. And even being a teacher, you could probably feel this a little, feel the hurt a little bit more.
Yeah.
These
He
little
wants to go to
kids.
school.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So we believe that this is more than just like, a problem, more than just like a physical problem, but it's more. So we know the world's messed up, right? But the interesting thing is that we all long for a better world. And that's because that there once was a better world. God created that world for us, but we were separated from it. So God had created this perfect world where, we were made to just flourish within it, and it was made perfectly in every way. And so in the bigger picture, the systemic view of it is that God created this world, and it was designed to take care of us, and we were designed to take care of the world, so we would just flourish in these human communities, and it would be a really good relationship with the world. And the next level is relational, and that is basically everyone has a really good relationship. There's no fighting. There's everyone cares for one another and loves one another and helps each other out. And the next one is personal level, and that's where we have a personal relationship with God, and He is our leader. So what happened to this good world, this perfect world? Well, we pretty much messed it up. We took charge of it. We didn't want God in charge of it anymore. We took it into our own hands, thought we can, do on our own strength, and that automatically brought, death and destruction into the world. And we see that on all three levels that I explained earlier. On the systemic level, our environment is deteriorating, and we're dumping garbage everywhere, and like everyone's trying to go green, but it's not really working on recycles. And on relational level, everyone's fighting. How many people you just walk down the street, you just see fighting and like arguments, and no one cares about each other. They're all just for themselves, working for themselves. And on the personal level, we lost that great, awesome connection with God, and because everything's in our own hands right now. So we just like lost that stream of help pretty much from God. So, but God loved the world too much to leave it in this chaotic way. So He sent His Son to earth to die on the cross and then resurrect, so He can pay the price for everything, all the destruction that was incurred by us. And so now we can have this relationship with Christ restored. So Jesus calls us to follow Him as He heals, and so we can be the hands and feet of what He is doing on earth. And on the three levels, we can restore the earth, which is the beautiful planet that He gave us. Relationally, we're not going to be selling and trafficking kids or anyone anymore, because that's not how it was designed. And personally, we definitely restore that relationship back with Christ, and He leads us, and we make that commitment to follow Him, to have this better world. Actually, an example of the healing is Kumar's story, and the end of his story is that he's been freed, and with thanks to the government and the International Justice Mission, which is an organization that aimed to help free slaves that have been, trafficked. And he's back in school, and he really enjoys riding his bike. So that's just an example of being the hands and feet of of Christ and this new life that he
That's really awesome.
Yeah. Which world most resembles your life?
I'm gonna say, I think number one, I think everything's pretty awesome for me right now, and I'm doing well.
Really?
Yeah.
Weren't we just talking about Kumar and all the trafficking going on in India and everything you just learned about?
I guess.
Do you think that's perfect?
No, I guess not. I guess number two. Yeah.
Number two? Okay, well, why do you choose number two then?
Because.
Why do you think yours?
Because the world's messed up, like you said, and I guess I do have a nice house and stuff, but around, my parents have a nice house, but around the neighborhood, I guess I do see signs of there's lots of poverty around where I live, and people do fight a lot on my block too.
Yeah, that's definitely a sign of being separated from a once perfect world. So, is there anything stopping you from, accepting Christ into your life?
Well, I just been to churches and it's kind of boring. I have friends who go to church and it's singing all day, and it's they just sit. It seems like church is just sitting.
Right.
And, yeah.
Well, the cool thing is that Christ is not, does not mean boring church, or following Jesus is a relationship, and a lot of times people get that idea that church is boring, but it's more of a relationship than just a building, So yeah, and I know a lot of great churches if you're interested. So is there anything else stopping you from making a decision to follow Christ? So you can be a part of, the healing that's going to be he's going to do in the world?
I guess not. Just don't know how to follow him.
Okay, well, that's awesome. But
yeah.
we have a prayer that we do to, just kind of, to make that commitment to Christ right now. And so you can either pray silently or out loud, however you choose. And basically you're going to just, pray God and acknowledge that his death and resurrection broke the power of corruption in the world and in you. Okay? And now pray that you acknowledge your responsibility for and your part in the corruption of the world. And now just commit your life to Christ and ask him to be your leader through your life. Okay, and amen.
Amen.
Awesome.
Oh.
Congratulations.
That felt cool.
Yeah, it should. All right. Well, thank you for taking the time out of your day to do this proxy with us, to this survey. So now, if you would just write your contact info down there, I want to get you hooked up with someone to talk to and get you more information on everything.
Okay.
And as you do that, I have 2 flyers for you. One is the event tonight that I'm inviting you to come out to, and the other is just more facts on human trafficking. Okay? So you can take those.
Okay, that's what I'd like to learn when you just finish writing.
Yeah, sure.
There you go.
Awesome, great. So thank you so much, Kevin, for your time and for going through the whole survey with us.
Thank you for sharing the whole thing. It was, no one ever explained it like that.
Yeah, awesome. I'm really glad you enjoyed it. So someone will be in contact with you very soon, okay? And check out that event later tonight, okay?
I think I'm free for it.
Awesome.
So I'll see you there.
Okay, thank you again.
Thank you.
All right, take care.
Take care.